Welcome to the Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week. We are live at Brookfield East as the Spartans take on the Lancers from Brookfield Central. I am Mike McGivern with Sports Radio 1250 WSSP, and this is the Sports Radio 1250 pregame show. I'm joined by the two head coaches tonight's game, Tom Swiddle with Brookfield East and Jed Kennedy with Brook Central. Tom, let's start with you. 3-1 so far, 1-1 in conference. How you feeling about this year's team?
We're feeling real good about that record right now. We've had some key injuries and lost some guys that are really important to us. So for us to be 3-1 right now is very good.
Good. Jed, first, welcome home. Back in the state of Wisconsin. 3-1 as well, 2-0 in conference. How you feeling about this year's group?
You know, we're young, which I think, to be honest with you, I think is a reoccurring theme with a lot of people in the league. We knew there was going to be some growing pains early. There was week one. Just excited that we've improved each week. And, sitting at 3-1 and 2-0 in the conference is a nice start, but certainly a long way from the finish.
Hey, guys, same question for both of you. Anytime you have a crosstown rivalry game like this, and I know, Tom, you've been around it now for a bit, Jed, your first year, but there's something special about this. And in my promo on Sports Radio 1250, I talk about bragging rights for the city of Brookfield High School football. Different feeling this week?
A little bit. I mean, our kids get fired up to play Brookfield Central, obviously, and when I came into the program in 2010, one of our goals was to be able to compete with Brookfield Central. They're always good. In the last 25 years, Brookfield Central has won 21 of the games. So, it's a rivalry that's been a little bit one-sided. So we've tried to compete the best we can against them and have measured ourselves when we do so.
Jed, this is the first year in this, but you're used to rivalry games down at Bradford with Tremper. The kids feel. You think there's a different feeling this week?
Yeah, I think there always is. I think if you try to deny it, you're just lying to yourself. But, like I tell the kids, that stuff's great for getting fired up in practice, and maybe it's great for a pregame speech. But after the first whistle, it's a football game. And it's, it's whoever's going to block well, tackle well, and it doesn't matter who you're playing, whether it's a crosstown team or somebody else in the state. Those are the things that are going to win this football game. So very important, obviously, I think, to the kids in the community, and we're going to embrace that and certainly talk about that right before the game. But when the ball's snapped, it's a football game like any other week.
Hey, last quick question. I envy you getting a chance to coach your son. There's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. How's that going?
I think it's pretty nice. I don't know that he does. Let's just leave it at that.
That's beautiful, boys. I'm going to cut you loose. We're going to get to a break. Other side of the break, Terry Kelly and John Weiser get you the keys of the game. This is Thursday Night Lights High School Football Game of the Week only on My 24.
It's a battle for bragging rights in Brookfield tonight from Brookfield East High School. It's Brookfield East taking on Brookfield Central, our Thursday Night Lights High School Game of the Week. Good evening, everyone. Along with Coach Terry Kelly, John Weiser with you. Glad you're along tonight for this one, part of Rivalry Week in the Greater Metro Conference. Coach, you've participated in a couple of those in your day. It's an exciting week.
Long time ago, 77, 78, I was at Brook Central at the time, and it's such a big game because these guys see each other every day in the store, at the movie theater, wherever they go. So this game means something.
We're going to see primarily a running attack, I think, from these two schools here tonight.
If it's anything other than running attack, we're going to be very surprised because both teams really rely on the run, and they kind of go to the pass as an afterthought.
Let's talk about Brookfield East and T.C. Swiddle, their quarterback. He makes it go.
Coach's son obviously knows how to read the option extremely well, and he's going to get paired up with Mitch Mikulski, a very tough, hard-nosed running back. Plays both ways, actually.
And on defense, joined by Micah Childs, a very good player indeed.
Yeah, Micah Childs, outstanding linebacker. Mitch Mikulski as a DB gives that strength to Brookfield East defense.
As Mike mentioned in our pregame show, Jed Kennedy returns here to Brookfield Central, spent some time at Kenosha Bradford, won a state title at Bradford, bounced around a little bit, went to Florida, came back, and now he's here.
Right, and he runs a kind of a different offense. Not different if you were watching football in the 20s and 30s, the single wing, and he runs a little variation of that.
And again, it starts with the quarterback.
Dominic Lebitarte, got to keep those good Italian names going for him, and he does an excellent job running that. He's their leading rusher, and Joey Koppelman, their offensive tackle, is a key to making those holes.
Talk about Mitch Amond on defense, the old school Mike linebacker, the coach says.
Jed Kennedy says he is perhaps the smartest defensive player he's ever had. That's quite a compliment from Coach Kennedy after all those years. And Mateus Hanen, kind of an interesting combination. You're going to see him as a down lineman on defense. He's going to be in that single wing backfield as your lead blocker.
Well, a chance now to break down our keys for the game tonight.
Well, Brook East says they have to get off to a fast start. That hasn't been happening this year. Another thing they have to do is they have to make the most of their scoring opportunities. They've squandered a couple, missed a couple field goals along the way, and then they've got to force BC to try to go to that passing game.
And for Brookfield Central tonight?
Brookfield Central says to themselves, we have to run the ball. They believe also that their front seven is perhaps the strength of their defense, so they think they can contain East. And Coach Kennedy says no turnovers.
Should be an exciting ball game here tonight. Both teams have split this series the last 4 years. Who's going to win tonight and get the brags for Brookfield? We'll have it for you right after this on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Back to Brookfield East. Spartans taking on Brookfield Central tonight, a key Greater Metro Conference game. Week 3 of the conference season. We're just about set for our national anthem tonight. And really a special week this week. This past week, September 14th, marked the 200th anniversary of the poem that was penned by Francis Scott Key, titled The Battle of Fort McHenry. Turning point in the War of 1812, the Battle of Baltimore. So we'll enjoy our national anthem tonight, performed by the Brookfield East Marching Band, and a very special flyover here this evening.
To honor America, those defending our freedom, please rise, remove your hats. The playing of our national anthem performed tonight by the Brookfield East High School Band and Brookfield East Senior Colonel Nate Brusky from the Commemorative Air Force will be piloting a flyover in a PT-26 Fairchild.
That vintage World War II PT-26 Fairchild in a flyover here tonight, piloted by Colonel Nate Brusky, a Brookfield East senior. There it is, making its way into the airspace here over Brookfield East High School. These two teams, this is a pivotal matchup here tonight in the Greater Metro Conference, Terry.
Well, obviously Central wants to maintain their tie for the lead. Brookfield East realizes with 1-1 at this point in the season, they need this win too to keep abreast. So this is a critical game, as you've mentioned, for both of these teams.
It's our U.S. Marine Corps game ball presentation tonight. Handed off to our referee, Gary Kufal, and his crew here tonight. Here you see the Spartans in blue tonight. The Central Lancers in white. There you get a better look at that beautiful plane, PT-26 Fairchild. Again, that's piloted by Colonel Nate Brusky, senior here at Brookfield East High School. Brook Central will kick this one off to start tonight. Back deep to receive for Brookfield East. Mitch Mikulski. He's already returned one for a touchdown earlier this season, along with Chad Klunder.
Klunder is a very outstanding athlete. Finished 6th in the state in Division I pole vault last year. Also one of their starters. See time tonight both defensively and offensively.
Buck Nellen set to get this one started here tonight. And rivalry week is underway. And the run up and the take by Klunder. Klunder gets it across the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. Brought down by John Murphy. So from the 26-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 for Brookfield East under head coach Tom Swiddle. There you get a look at the offense run by his son, T.C. Swiddle.
He's been the driving force. He's their leading rusher, is averaging almost 6 yards per carry throughout the season, so up to this point.
Mikulski, the single back. They'll run a slot man in motion. That's Klunder. And they'll give it to Mikulski. He is met at the line and driven back. That front 7, as we talked to Jed Kennedy earlier this week, he felt that was really the strength of their team, and that was led by Matthias Haanen. You get a look at that front 7, anchored by Haanen up front, and then Mitchell Ahmad, linebacker, again, called him the old school Mike linebacker.
Right, and Coach Swiddle thought that Matt Patterson was also an excellent linebacker, along with Schneider on the inside.
2nd and 10 from the 26. Gonna put it up in the air, slot pattern complete to Vin Win Van. And look at Vin go across midfield into Lancer territory down to the Brookfield Central 47-yard line. Vin Win Van, a senior. So we get one more look.
Yeah, Coach Swiddle wanted to make us look bad. As we said, they had to run the ball. But in practice this week, they said that they did have to find a way to pass, take a little pressure off the run game.
Joe DuBois with the stop on the play. And we got our first penalty of the ball game. Hard count, Elliott Curry drawn offside. And Gary Kufel is our referee.
On the defense, number 90, 5-yard penalty, first down.
So 5 free ones here for East. Sets up a 1st and 5. Just underway, first quarter. 3 receivers to the left, single receiver here to the near side. Single back is Mikulski in the backfield. They'll bring Klunder in motion. And it's Mikulski up the middle, close to a first down inside the 40. Wrapped up on the play by Mitchell Ahmad, the senior linebacker.
You start bringing those running backs back in motion, and suddenly you're into a 2-back set. They've tried to spread you out defensively by where they align you, whether it's 2x2, 3x1, but then by their motion, they're going to be able to set up what might be the typical run game.
Lavsic and Vin Win Van lined up here to the near side. They'll go double each side. 1st and 10. This time they'll fake the handoff to the end around Klunder. It's the quarterback Swiddle for little or no gain there. Nobody fooled up front that time. Again, handled by Matthias Haanen.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, that's going to be a definite predetermined keep by Swiddle. Other times he will be reading that near down lineman. So it all depends what they think they're going to be able to do against this front 7.
2nd down and 10. And a 27-yard pass completion set them up here in Central Territory as they'll give it off to Mikulski coming around the right side. Mikulski drilled as he got out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Good run that time by Mikulski. Junior, 5'9", one of a few of the two-way players here on Brookfield East, brought down by Schneider.
A good hard run by Mikulski. He's run the past 2 years in the state track meet, so we know he's got some speed. See also that he's got a fair amount of power.
It's our first third down of the ball game, 3rd and 4. Just short of the 30-yard line. No run option. The pitch back to Mikulski trying to get the edge, and he'll be knifed down short of the first down. Good play defensively out there. And that near side, dumping in was Buck Nellen. Nellen, the junior strong safety, able to come in and take him down by the hips.
Yeah, good tackle. He was working from the inside out. Mikulski actually had a little bit of the corner, but good speed by Buck Nellen. Makes Tom Swiddle have to make a decision early on.
4th down, we go downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, talking to Coach Swiddle last couple months about this team, he said, look, to beat good teams, we have to be perfect. Offensive line, running backs got to find the hole, and we need to be perfect, play in and play out.
Hard count, and the penalty marker will come down once again, the hard count. A little over-aggressiveness up front again for Brookfield Central, cost them 5 yards.
Well, Coach Swiddle said when we were looking for keys to the game that he didn't get off to the fast start. Felt that they hadn't done that in their first 4 games. So now here you're at the midpoint in the season. He wants to see if they can get that rhythm going right away.
Result of the play, a first down inside the 25-yard line. First drive of the ball game here for Brookfield East. Taking the opening kickoff, they've marched it into the red zone. 3 receivers here to the near side. They fake the pass. Swiddle will keep. Cross the line of scrimmage for a couple. Again, getting you spread out and then running the football.
TC Swiddle on the keeper.
Again, a reminder that Thursday Night Lights presented by My24 is available streaming live online. Log on to my24milwaukee.com. Click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from this season's games. 2nd down and 10. Ball just inside the 25-yard line of the Lancers. Spartans, their first possession. They're going to toss it out here. Complete pass here to the near side. Klunder. Klunder breaks a tackle and is wrestled out of bounds short of the 20-yard line. Good open field tackle again by Mitchell Ahmad, getting down there defensively along with Joe DuBois.
You can see that the Brookfield Central defense runs well to the ball. Get there, they slowed up Klunder. Comes in, finishes that tackle off.
So 3rd and long here, 3rd and about 7 for Brookfield East.
3rd and 7 from the 21.
Again, they do have a weapon. If they get stalled here, we'll talk about that in just a moment. From the gun, Sweddle. They pick it up, they go over the middle. It's overthrown, could have been intercepted and dropped. As it went through the hands of the free safety, Evan Lebertrow, the junior. It was intended for Vin Win Van that time. He was open. Ball sailed, and so we'll get a field goal attempt here by Connor Allen. Allen on that watch list from WisSports.net for the Kevin Stemke Award, going out to the best kickers in the state of Wisconsin. This will be a 38-yard attempt for the near hash. Good snap, ball down, kick plenty of distance through the uprights, and good.
You can see that
38-yard field goal.
Plenty of power in that leg, no problem with that. Coach Swiddle felt anytime they crossed the 35, they'd probably try the kick if it was too long for that 4th down conversion.
Opening drive points always a key. Brookfield East up 3-0. Once again to the sidelines we go, and Mike McGivern.
Hey boys, 2 grandsons here. The 3rd one is by my daughter Katie. This is Keegan. Say hi, Keegan. And this is Logan. Say hello. There you go. They're going to take my job, but it's going to be a while. Back to you boys.
Oh, enjoy it while you can, Mike. Enjoy it while you can.
I believe a week ago it was Uncle Moki.
Uncle Muko.
Uncle Muko. Now it's Grandpa Muko.
Grandpa Muko, yeah. 3-0 Brookfield East. A 38-yard field goal by Connor Allen on the opening drive. He's now 6 for 7 in field goals this year.
Yeah, I mean, he's been an outstanding kicker throughout his career here at East, and as you mentioned, John, on watch list by a number of different colleges, attended a number of camps this summer, so he's certainly getting a good look, and people like to see a guy with that kind of a leg. When he was at practice this week, watching him kick off, you know, getting him down to about the 5 consistently.
Connor Allen to kick for the Spartans.
Allen will tee it up. Patterson deep. Will get a chance to return on the bounce. across the 5 to the 20. With a seam down the far sideline. Stays on his feet across the 40 and out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Good return by Matt Patterson, the senior, run out of bounds by Nick Creel as we take one more look.
Patterson.
It's right about at the 20-yard line where he put on the afterburners, got a nice block.
Yeah, had Creel not knocked him out, he might have taken it all the way.
Dom Lebalarte, 5'11" junior at quarterback. He wants to throw. He comes out throwing right away, and the catch is made on the sideline, on the near side by M.J. Lucas, the split end, wrapped up almost immediately by Will Schmidt that time for a minimal gain of about 2. So Chet Kennedy coming out throwing the ball here.
Well, both coaches apparently trying to sandbag both us and the opposition by coming out throwing, which is probably an excellent idea. Gearing up all week to try to stop the run.
Starting offense here for the Lancers. Again, Haanen going both ways. He'll be the lead blocker in most of the running plays, if not all. Send a man in motion, the quarterback. Lebalarte will keep it. Gets a nice gain out to about the 47-yard line. Good run up that time by Dom Lebalarte, the quarterback. He is the key when running the option. Micah Childs bringing him down as we look at the Spartans starting defense.
Lebalarte has run for over 500 yards so far this season, and he is the key to this whole offensive set.
The key is to get you in a third and manageable when you're primarily an option team, and this is one of those key plays here. 3rd and 4 for Central. Trying to answer, they trail 3-0. Lebalarte trying to get the edge on the far side, not going to get there. Nice job by the Spartans to string that down the line. No gain on the play.
You know, as a young football player, I suppose Matthias Haanen was, loved the idea that he'd be in the backfield. He didn't really realize he was going to be a tackle in the backfield, helping to lead those plays, but that's out of the single wing. That'd be your old blocking back.
One more look, trying to gain the edge, and a lot of blue shirts across that line of scrimmage. We get our first timeout taken here. Jed Kennedy wants to talk this one over, facing a critical timeout here. As you get a look at Jed Kennedy returning back to Wisconsin after a year down in Florida, and won a state title with Kenosha Bradford back in 2011. This season, first downs have a special meaning, and for each first down made here on Thursday Night Lights, Durzan and Menard will be making a donation to each of our Thursday Night Light teams and their schools. Also a special night tonight, both sides wearing gold here tonight, as it's a childhood cancer awareness night here, and a proclamation declaring that across the county of Waukesha for the rest of the month of September, and both student bodies raising money, doing different fundraisers this week, and wearing gold in the stands tonight.
Yeah, it's great to see the two schools come together. Even though it's a rivalry game, they both want to support this very worthy cause.
4th and 3 for Brookfield Central. And they'll try and come back inside on the inside handoff. Nothing doing there. Logan Meyer stopped for a loss, and Brookfield East comes up big defensively, taking away the Spartans here near midfield.
I think as we watch the replay, P.J. LeClaire gets in there, gets the initial spin on him. Then he gets Micah Childs to come in and clean up on the play.
Once again to Mike McGivern.
Listen to the offensive line coach for Brookfield East. They're going to try to hit a seam here in the next 2 plays. They think that Central's a little too far outside, and they're going to hit right through the tackle seam the next 2 plays.
Swiddle, play fake, wants to keep it. He'll get across the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Brought down by Elliott Curry, the defensive end over there on that right side.
Defensive end gets up just limp in a shade. That's something we might have to watch as the game goes on.
Good pressure also in the backfield that time. Reggie Jennings, the outside linebacker, coming in that time. Gain of 1, 2nd down 9. Midway through our first quarter, a 3-0 Brookfield East lead, and then we got a player jumping offside for Brookfield East. That was Vinwin Van that time, who forgot the snap count.
Right, and nothing can frustrate you more when you're away from the play.
False start on the offense. Number 42, 5-yard penalty, second down.
42, not 32. Jake Roy for East, I believe.
I do believe he gave the wrong number. I think that that is Vin out there, Vinwin Van.
So 2nd and 14, back in their own territory from their own 48-yard line. Mikulski nearly broke it, but there was that Mitchell Ahmad again, right at home. Leads the team in tackles, 40-plus already this season. Ahmad stayed home, minimal gain.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6'2", 225. Excellent size for that backer. 4.25 GPA, John. You can understand where part of the intelligence comes from, but he's also got the football intelligence to match it.
Very high football IQ. He knows where to be on the field almost every play. He's in the right spot to make the play. 3rd and long, going to the air is Swiddle, going over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intending for Chad Klunder. So defensively, the Lancers able to take advantage of that false start penalty and force a punt here for Brookfield East.
Yeah, when you're primarily a running team and you get that penalty, set you back 5 yards, kind of starts to limit your playbook a little bit.
Remember a coach telling me that puts you off schedule, as he used to say. You remember who that coach was? They'll let this one bounce. Will it make the end zone? And it will crawl over the goal line for the touchback. 51-yard punt, 4:40 remaining here in our first quarter. A 3-0 Brookfield East lead. The battle for Brookfield tonight on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. .38-yard Connor Allen field goal, the lone score here so far in the first quarter. Brookfield East leading it 3-0. Central, their second possession. They'll take it at their 20, following the touchback on that 51-yard punt. Tight splits across the line. And it'll be the direct snap taken that time by that was Mitch Mays. Mevis Mays can't quite make that out, but he took the direct snap there and got a couple of yards out of it.
Yeah, the ball will not always go directly to the quarterback. They do some variations. You saw a little bit of misdirection there. They had Logan Meyer fake motion coming to the left, and then they just countered it right back.
This time Levelarte, nowhere to go. 3 Spartans right there. Brought down immediately by Roy and Bickle.
Coach Swiddle thought that they needed to continue with the success they had against Sussex Hamilton by playing assignment defense. You had your responsibility, you stayed home, you didn't try to do your teammates' job, and that's one way you can stop that option if people don't bite on those initial dive fakes.
Jeff Bickle, I like the way he shed that block, took on the block right there at the point of attack and just threw his defender down and went looking for the football. Long time in the huddle here for a 3rd and 6 for Brookfield Central. Already counting down as the back judge. They'll just get this one off. They look to throw. Adelarte rolling right, and he'll dive out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. He got it across the 25. They'll mark him out near the 26-yard line, 4 yards short of the first down. Coach and quarterback in a one-sided discussion.
I think Coach Kennedy is trying to inform him maybe there was a little different read that could have taken place that time.
So first punt here for Central. They gave it up on downs their last possession. Matt Patterson, senior punter. Penalty marker on the snap, gets the punt away. It will take a Lancer bounce inside the 35 and down at the 34-yard line, but we'll check out the penalty flag. It was thrown at the snap.
Have to see if Brookfield Central had enough men on the line of scrimmage. I didn't see someone from East jump, but we'll soon find out.
Not have had enough guys on the line of scrimmage, perhaps. We'll get Gary Kufel's call here.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. The left side of the line was not on the line of scrimmage. That'll be a 5-yard penalty and re-kick.
Brookfield East opting to re-kick. We'll go down to the sidelines. Our first visit of the night by Kara.
Thanks, guys. I've got Sergeant Joshua Gagnon with United States Marine Corps down on the field with me. Thank you very much for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
And what is your job in the Marine Corps?
I'm a Marine Corps recruiter for the Brookfield and Waukesha area.
Very nice. And what are the qualifications for enlisting into the Marine Corps?
Well, basically what we're looking for is someone between the ages of 17 and 28 and in decent shape right now.
And obviously we're here on the field and we've got a ton of people that could possibly be recruited here. What would you say it's important for somebody to play in youth sports before enlisting?
Well, it definitely helps out with physical fitness, leadership, and discipline's another big thing that youth sports help out with. So.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you again for being here tonight.
Thank you.
And now back to you guys.
Karen, thank you. 33-yard punt. They'll take it out to the 48-yard line of Brookfield East, so they get good field position here. Their third possession of the night, already leading 3-0 here late in the first quarter.
I'm sure Coach Swiddle wants to continue this idea of the fast start and see if he can get himself in for a touchdown, not just settle for the field goal.
TC Swiddle at quarterback. Slot man in motion is Klunder. And he'll get the pitch coming back near side. Gets a nice block to midfield and into Lancer territory at the 48-yard line, brought down by Ahmad. Good run that time by Chad Klunder, 5'8" senior. One of those track stars. A pole vaulter. That ought to come in handy. Kind of leap over your defender every now and then, right?
Yeah, as we said in the early part of the game, he did finish 6th in the state in Division I. Tremendous athlete.
Gain of 4, 2nd and 6, just across midfield. And Swiddle will keep it. It's to the 45. Gain of about 3 on the play as we roll under 2 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. Another 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable here for Brookfield East. Well, in less than 2 weeks, television's biggest phenomenon is coming to My 24. Don't miss The Walking Dead from the beginning, starting Wednesdays at 7. Beginning October 1st, and here on Milwaukee's My 24. 3rd and short. Swiddle will fake the handoff. He'll keep it. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Again, good assignment there defensively. Mateus Hainan, I believe, in there on that stop. Didn't buy the fake. Hainan stayed right there.
You can also see their defensive lineman, number 90, the defensive end, sliding down that line, forcing the play right into Mateus.
And Jay Lucas back there. Logan Meyer, I believe, as well, as Connor Allen gets another good punt. And that is Labalarte back there. Not number 2, but number 7, Labalarte, returning a punt. Out near the 30-yard line. Actually across the 20, to the 22-yard line. And with 53 seconds to go here in the quarter, Brookfield Central will take over at their own 22-yard line.
I'm sure Coach Swiddle would like to look at that punt coverage a little bit more. They have to do a little better job of those gunners getting down the field and pinning the returner in, not letting him get to that outside to the sideline.
I'm surprised, though, that you let your quarterback run back punts, particularly in this type of offense where you need him to kind of lead the way as they hand it off on first down. Turner, I believe, on the carry. Turner, a junior, coming off a bit of an ankle sprain. He nicked up. I know you talked to the coach this week. Wasn't quite sure how he would respond this week.
Right, they took him out of the Falls game, maybe more as a precautionary measure because he had slightly sprained that. They were eager to see, though, if he could play tonight, and it looks like that run that he's certainly up to it.
Running again, trying to go up the middle, but right into a very stout Brookfield East defense for no gain.
Even though we have slightly different formations, the basic idea of both teams is to try to, ply into that middle, see if they can soften that up, and then get to the outside, either with the quarterback keeping it or a pitch.
First quarter comes to an end here in Brookfield. A good one going here tonight. Greater Metro Conference Rivalry Week. Brookfield East on top of Brookfield Central by a score of 3-0. Back with quarter number 2 after this on My 24.
Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to visit the Spartan Athletic Booster Club concession stand for a wide assortment of food beverages, including fresh hot Barbier's pizza.
Connor Allen's 38-yard field goal, the only score thus far. 3-0 Brookfield East. John Weiser, Terry Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara back with you from Brookfield East tonight. 3rd and 2 from the 30 for Central. Abelarde with the first down and more with some running room. Coughed up the ball as it popped out. Picked up on the bounce that time by Will Schmidt, the corner. And the first turnover of the game committed by Brookfield Central. East back at midfield on the recovery by Will Schmidt. That's his second fumble recovery of the season.
Yeah, had a nice hole coming right up the gut there. Ball gets popped out. As Coach Kennedy said, he wanted no turnovers.
So East will take over at the Central 48-yard line. TC Swiddle will call out the signals. Play action fake. Now on the run, Swiddle trying to get to that down marker. Get back to the line of scrimmage. He's hammered as he tried to get out of bounds. Ahmed ran him all the way down across the line of scrimmage. Mitchell Ahmed with the stop.
That's his 6th tackle of the game already, John. And when Coach Kennedy said that this was one of the smartest and most aggressive linebackers he'd coached, he certainly was telling the truth.
It's that burst of speed completely down the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard, 2nd down 11.
2nd and 11 from the 49.
Corey Smith in there now as the single back. He's been nicked up the last couple of weeks. So send Klunder in motion. Give to Smith, and he is wrapped up immediately. Nowhere to go. Brandon Hughes right there. Ran right into his arms and brought him down for a loss back in the Spartan territory now, back at the 48 of Brookfield East.
3rd and long situation. I'm pretty sure they want to see if Tom Swiddle, who on DC, can he find a receiver? They lost their best receiver, got hurt last week, 2 weeks ago against Marquette, broken hand. That really kind of set them back.
Fake the handoff to Smith. Swiddle will keep it. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. And so Brookfield East unable to take advantage of the good field position. John Schneider, the inside linebacker, able to make the stop. And the Spartans will be forced to punt.
Coach Kennedy has a lot of confidence in that front 7. And you can see why as they've been matching up with East option offense very well.
Connor Allen averages nearly 38 yards a kick. As a punter, will try and drop this one inside the 20. It's going to be returnable. As with it, and brought down immediately across the 15-yard line. MJ Lucas on the return, but dropped immediately that time by Will Schmidt, who recovered that fumble to set up that last drive.
2 good plays by young Will Schmidt there.
Just a 3-yard return. Well, all season, Mike and Carol have the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on the sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the communities we visit. Our sideline reports this season being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards. from their own 17-yard line. Central trailing 3-0. Belarte will keep it. Tripped up across the 20, out to about the 22-yard line. Big Clunder who may have gotten him. Actually, it was Jake Roy out there who chipped him that time. Got him by the laces.
Got up a little slowly on that. Don't know if he got a little stinger with the shoulder. Have to see how this plays out here.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Tom Lebelarte leads the team in rushing, their quarterback. He's going to throw here, looking left all the way. Has a receiver trying to run under it, makes the catch. Coughed up, was it a catch or not? No, incomplete. Incomplete pass. Looking for Logan Meyer that time. The junior had it in his hands. We'll take one more look.
Yeah, nicely thrown ball.
Good job defending him there by Mitch Mikulski. Another sprinter down there. Able to knock that one away at the last second. So 3rd and 5 for the Lancers. These have been hard to come by here for Central. Turned it over on downs their first possession and punted the last two possessions. Now Belarte gets it up to the 25-yard line. Going to be short of the first down. Nice job out there defensively. Child is out there. Child's the inside linebacker, a 220-pound senior. Second team all Greater Metro Conference a year ago.
They had a 2-by-2 look, and then they were able to try to fold Matthias Hainen in there to be the lead blocker on that. Brookfield East reacted very quickly, stop him short of the first down.
They're going to go for it here. This is Jed Kennedy. He rolls the dice. Do this at Bradford all the time. See if they try and go a hard count here, maybe try and draw East off. No, they're going to snap it and go for it. Belarte breaks the tackle, gets back to the 25, and that's it. Well, a gutsy call, the roll of the dice that time by head coach Jed Kennedy, but the Spartans were up for it as they stopped the Lancers on downs for the second time tonight, this time deep in Central Territory. So a perfect opportunity here inside the 25-yard line as we head to a sideline report and Mike McGivern.
Hey, offensive line coach now for Brookfield, he said, look, forget about the second level, take care of the first level. We're having problems with the first level, and you're so worried about the second level, we'll figure that out later.
From the 25, first down and 10. Again, movement up front. And for the third time tonight, the hard count by T.C. Swiddle has drawn the defense offside.
You know, Mike's talking about those directions from the line coach. They're not running just typical option blocking rules. One of the things Coach Swiddle's tried to do is go to a little bit of the zone blocking rules. And part of that is making that first block and knowing how to slide off to get to the second level of the linebacker. But you first of all have got to stymie the D lineman before you release to the second level.
Elliott Curry, the guilty party. So a 1st and 5 here for Brookfield East. Ball down to the 20-yard line. Surprise there, but Jed Kennedy rolling the dice here, had wanted to instill some confidence in his offense, trying to pick up that first down on 4th and short. Swiddle now confusion as he finally gets the handoff back to Smith. And Corey Smith, not much there. The timing messed up on the snap and the exchange that time. Brought down on the play by Matthias Hainen, I believe also in there. Let's take one more look. That snap kind of drifted off to Sweddle's left, and that just threw the whole complexion of that play off. So loss of 3, 2nd down, 8. 8 minutes to go here in our first half. A 3-0 Brookfield East lead. Clunder in motion. Pitch it back out. Mikulski steps back, takes it inside the 20, moving the pile down to about the 18-yard line. Gain of about 5 on the play. Sets up a 3rd and short here for Brookfield East.
Mikulski's strong running made that play a lot better than it should have been, because Brookfield Central reacted very quickly to that little swing pass. See the people there?
Just all down block to their left. That whole line just moving to it left that time in anticipation. Call it 3rd and 4 here. Trying to take advantage of a good field position here. Mikulski up the middle. Mikulski, touchdown, Brookfield East.
Brookfield Central got burned that time on a blitz. They shot that linebacker and he went one hole wide of where the running back went. Mikulski took advantage of that split, took it in.
5'9" juniors, we get one more look. Watch the blitzing linebacker, and once he got to that second level, good block on Ahmed that time. The fullback took Ahmed out. Get one more look here. It's actually the pulling guard that got in there. I think that was Mike Cayendo.
Mike Caliendo, number 76.
And the extra point by Allen is up and through. 10-0 Brookfield East. They capitalize. Central going for it on 4th down inside their own 25-yard line, and they take advantage of the short field.
One of the keys, Coach Whittle said, is not squandering scoring opportunities. So that time they were able to capitalize on Brookfield Central's failure to get that first down.
We've mentioned that all season long, Durzan and Menard will be making a donation to our Thursday Night Lights teams for each first down made during our telecast. Prior to the game tonight, Bob Menard had the opportunity to meet with the athletic directors, I should say, from tonight's game, Jeremy Martin from East and Todd Soboreski from Central. And a chance to talk with Bob Menard coming up during our American Family Insurance halftime report. Chance to visit with Bob before the ball game. He knows his high school football. He's been around this game for a while too.
A couple of his sons, football players, at Whitefish Bay. A couple of them were soccer players. You know, obviously a big supporter of high school athletics.
Allen with a high kick. And coming out of the end zone with it is Lucas. Lucas still on his feet, gets across the 20, and then he is stacked up and driven back there. 22-yard line is where Brookfield Central will start this drive, and once again we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
So guys, quarterback from Brookfield East, Coach Whittle's son, comes off the field and they said, hey, that was not the play we called. The big smile on his face. He said, look, I checked out of that. I saw something. You got to let me check out of some plays because I'm seeing some things that you guys might not be seeing. I love that kid.
He's got some moxie there. This will be discussed at the kitchen table tonight when they get home, right?
Last time I saw T.C. Swittle was back in 2007. His dad was the head coach of the South All-Star team. I was lucky enough to get to be D coordinator. He was our ball boy. Little skinny kid with glasses. Now look at him.
Yeah. Central trying to get something going here midway through our second quarter. And they'll run the reverse pass as they'll toss it man wide open across midfield with the catch. It's Jordan Meyer, and he's brought down at the East 26-yard line. Little razzle-dazzle by Jed Kennedy. Mikulski saving the touchdown there, caught up to Jordan Meyer on the reverse option pass.
Practice this week. They had a special period for all their special plays. They have 4 to 5 of them that they were getting ready for tonight. And you can see again, Coach Kennedy likes to roll the dice.
54-yard pickup. And to the 26-yard line. Just like that, Lancers in business here. This time they'll try and pull it up the middle. Turner breaking tackles. Still on his feet. Turner brought down short of the goal line. Oh, what a nice run. About 3 different tackles that time.
Ankle's obviously feeling pretty good.
What a nice run. 2 different tackles there. Third one there. Finally tripped up. Run down again by Mitch Mikulski. 1st and goal, Central inside the 2. Double Arte calls his own number and into the end zone. Central on the board.
Well, it's extremely important for Brookfield Central to answer that touchdown by East. And once again, you know, one little play can turn that whole momentum thing around.
What a nice play that time. That 54-yard pickup brought them down short of the 20-yard line, and the opportunity to run that one in. The nice run by Turner set them up first and goal, and then Double Arte able to take it from there. Ellen on the extra point, Double Arte on the hold. Ball is up and through. 10-7 with 6:06 to go here in our first half.
6 minutes and 6 seconds left in the first half. Brookfield East 10, Brookfield Central 7.
We'll take our second quarter break here as Brookfield Central able to answer the touchdown by Brookfield East. We've got a good one going tonight from East High School. 10-7 Brookfield East. Back with more after this on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Brookfield East on top of Brookfield Central. 54-yard play on that reverse option pass and set up Brookfield Central. They got the momentum. Nice strong run by Malik Turner down to the 2, and then Double Arte's 2-yard run. Lancers answer. Now it's up to the Spartans to return favor here. Holski and Klunder standing inside the 10-yard line. Ellen's run up and the kick. Klunder will take on the run across his own 15. As a hole across the 30 and out to the 34-yard line. 19-yard return that time sets up Brookfield East. Nice run by Klunder that time.
First and 10, Brookfield East.
Obviously,
down on, I think it was Zach Karinsky there on the stop.
obviously East would like to respond, but more importantly, I think they want to make sure they run clock.
Sweddle from the gun. Will swing it out through the hands of Klunder. Was that a forward pass? It was. Incomplete. Always got to watch those passes along that line of scrimmage. If that was thrown behind the line, that would have been considered a lateral.
Right, and it's a shame that they couldn't complete that. They had a little room there to the outside for Klunder to get upfield.
Coming into the game tonight, 3 catches on the year for Klunder. So 2nd and 10. It's Mikulski with some running room. Mikulski across the 45 into Spartan Lancer territory, I should say, at the Brook Central 48-yard line. Brought down by Mateus Hanen, but a big run by Mikulski showing off that speed.
Yeah, that's what is the quintessential quick burst as he blasted up the middle.
Durzon and Menard first down here for Brookfield East. Now they fumble the snap. Sweddle will go down on top of it. Back at his own 49-yard line. Second time on this drive, or this evening I should say, they've had trouble on the exchange.
Right, and it once you get the timing thrown off, it really makes it difficult for your offense to be able to run that deceptive look on that.
So loss of 3, 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 from the 49.
Mikulski will be the single back here. They'll line up Klunder in a slot here to the near side. It's Nick Creel lined up in a slot to the right side. On the run, Sweddle going to throw. Klunder separated from the football. And it'll be an incomplete pass. Out there was Michael Dragoda. Dragoda out there on coverage.
Yeah, 5'9", 180-pound junior really ran right through the receiver, separated him from the ball.
So 3rd and 13 from their own 49-yard line. Clock stopped, 4:48 to go. Here in our first half, 3-point ball game. Sweatle with time, that slipped as he tried to make his cut, and immediately down there at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4. And turf grass field getting a little slick out there, and lost his footing as he tried to make the cut up the field.
Yeah, coming into this game, Swiddle was 13 for 36 on the year. As we mentioned early on, the run is the key to their offense, so when they're forced to do that, that's not going to be their strength.
Again, Allen booming a beautiful kick, gets turnover. And trying to run it near side, getting out to the 25-yard line, and that's as far as he will get. Lucas on the return. Brought down by Caliendo. Mike Caliendo on the stop. And Central will take over at their own 25-yard line as we head downstairs to Kara.
Thanks, guys. I've got Keith and Tony with 4Light Home Solutions down here. Now, guys, I know that the name was formerly 4Light Home Windows and Doors. Now, why the name change?
Well, over the years, as we've offered more options of windows and doors, what we've done is we've expanded into remodeling. So whatever you need on your house, if you need your house painted, you should give us a call. If you need a remodel, a kitchen remodel, additions, you should let us know. So a couple months ago, we decided, hey, let's have a name change that represents what we're doing now.
And why do you think it's important to support youth sports?
It's important to support youth sports because for kids, as they get older, as they grow, the biggest thing that happens is for kids and to adults is the coaching, all that. You see kids, they really grow during these sports. And if you look over here, if you have kids who are 14, when they're 18, they're a lot better off.
And now, speaking of kids, who's this little guy here?
This is the new addition to 4Light. He's sleeping on the job, but he's a apprentice, but soon to be a journeyman. This is Noah, my son.
Well, thank you guys very much for being here tonight. And back to you.
Kara, thank you very much. Malik Turner out to the 45-yard line. Gain of 17 and a first down. A Durzana Menard first down here for Brookfield Central late here in our second quarter. 3:17 remaining, chasing 3.
Got an excellent block out to the outside that time by their tackle, number 65, Joey Koppelman, that helped set that play up.
So Durzana Menard first down from the 45-yard line. Belarte pivot, keep it himself, gets to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Stacked up right there. Maybe a yard, that's it.
We were talking the last time that East had the football that they wanted to run some clock. They only managed to run off about 1:30. So you've got to be careful how much time you give Brookfield Central here before the half. We might expect to see another trick play from Coach Kennedy.
Gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 from the 47.
This time, Double Arte will hand it off. Logan Meyer around the left side, across midfield, into East territory, down at the East 47-yard line.
Logan Meyer on the carry.
Will Schmidt, I believe, was out there, along with Roy. It's college football triple header this Saturday on My 24. A full day of action from the gridiron kicks off at 11 a.m. Maryland, newly a member of the Big Ten, travels out to Syracuse, an ACC game of the week. My 24 is my place for sports. 3rd and short, Double Arte. Across the 45, down to the 44-yard line. Looks like he has another Durzana Menard first down for the Lancers.
If you were to show a vintage film of the single wing, that was very close to being the same famous spinner play. And they give that turn your back to the defense. Can't tell who's got the ball. And Double Arte has kept it now 3 of the times with that set.
First and 10
from the East 44-yard line. 1:40 to go here in our first half. Arte play fake, wants to throw, comes back near side, has a man out there, makes the catch inside the 20 down to the 15-yard line with a penalty marker in its wake. Mateus Heenan with the catch.
I think they were going to call Drew Heppola for interference on that play, and in spite of the interference, he was still able to make that catch.
Penalty marker is down.
26-yard pickup.
Pass interference on the defense, number 52. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
So Brookfield Central getting it done here late in this first half. Driving to take their first lead. As they'll empty the backfield for Arte. They'll spread him out. 2 by. Arte rolling left. And he'll take it across the 15. Darts out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. A strong run at the end there by Arte. Heppola was out there.
Arte has had a good evening throwing the ball as well as his running. You can see why Coach Kennedy sees that the whole offense revolves around Dom.
Well, the Friday night from 7 to 10, it's Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School scoreboard show. Mike McGivern and the very talented Terry Kelly will be sitting in for Ron Davies. And we will get you the updates from all of the key high school football games in the area. That's tomorrow night, 7 to 10, only on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Arte going nowhere. They have gotten a yard close to the first down. Those are big shoes to fill there, my friend. Ron Davies not around. You're in there. How do you rate?
You follow a Hall of Famer. It's you know, you hope you can be up to the task.
Going to be short of the first down. They're going to bring up third and about a yard here for Central. Under a minute remaining in our first half. Arte will give it to Meyer, and Meyer will get the first down inside the 5, down at the 2. The clock will stop while they reset the chain with 34 seconds left. Logan Meyer in a nice run that time. Good job by Arte to carry out that play fake. First and goal, Central. Direct snap, they'll run it into the end zone for the touchdown. Mitch Mays with the touchdown, taking the direct snap. And Brookfield Central takes their first lead here late in the first half.
Now, Maves was not one of the players that Jed Kennedy had initially listed as being amongst the starting offense, but he's been in there on a number of plays, has had a couple of good little runs.
Buck Nellen for the extra point. Arte gets it down, and the kick is through. 14-10, Brookfield Central scoring late. A couple of big plays once again on this drive.
You know, sometimes people watch a game and they say, the team got lucky with that trick play. Well, that's not luck. That's something they've practiced. They've worked on it. They think that's something that they can use to exploit a weakness. And it really paid dividends for him because Brookfield East, you know, was in a position to be able to come out of this half with the lead.
Well, it all goes back to that possession by East, only a little over a minute on that possession. At midfield, had they taken some more time off that clock, perhaps things might have been different. But hey, credit Jed Kennedy and the Central taking advantage of it. That big play to Mateus Heenan, that big pass play got him in the red zone, set them up.
Buck down to kick for the Lancers. Chad Lender and Mitch Mikulski back deep for the Spartans.
Lancers with their first lead here. Let's see what the Spartans do here late. All 3 timeouts remaining here for the Spartans. Try and get a nice run back. Mikulski and Klunder deep. Nellen. One hop it to Mikulski. Across the 20. Out to the 29-yard line. Spartans will get it there. 21 seconds to go in the half. Again, 3 timeouts. See if they try and get it downfield, or will they settle and take it into the end zone here. Taking it, I should say, taking the locker room here at the half, down 4.
Coach Swiddle just might be content to run out the time on this one and then think things over at halftime and make some adjustments.
TC Sweddle. 3 receivers here to the near side. Will hand it off. Smith nowhere to go. Nice job defensively bottling up Corey Smith. Lost a yard on the play as time will run down here in our first half, and I think Spartans will be content to head into the locker room here down 4. That'll end our first half here at Brookfield East. Battle for bragging rights here in the city of Brookfield tonight, and Brookfield Central getting a late touchdown from Maves. And they are up by 4, 14-10 as the teams head into the locker rooms. Good one here tonight. We've played one half. 14-10, Central on top of East. Thursday Night Lights on My 24. And welcome back to the American Family Insurance Halftime Show. Thursday Night Lights on My 24. 14-10, Brookfield Central on top of Brookfield East. Well, you may have noticed in our broadcast tonight, both Brookfield Central and Brookfield East student sections with a Gold Out campaign going on here tonight. And with more on that and talk a little bit more in depth about why that is here tonight, Kara down on the sideline with a very special guest.
Thank you, guys. I'm down on the field with Brittany Schober, who is raising awareness for childhood cancer and the reason why everybody's all gold in the stands. And now, why is this so near and dear to you?
This is very important to me tonight because I had cancer myself in 7th grade, and so it was really hard for me to go through all that, and it's just really nice to see everyone coming together as, you know, 2 schools and raising awareness for a good cause. So, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And now you've been free for over a year now, so how does it feel to have all of this support?
It feels amazing to have all this support here. It's just amazing that people are putting aside the rivalry and just coming together and, you know, coming together and raising a cause. So.
And this is a great rivalry to be doing this, especially because we've got so many people here, so I'm sure you couldn't be happier.
Yeah, it's a really great feeling to be cancer-free and just to raise awareness. It's awesome.
Well, we're super honored to have you here tonight. Thank you very much, Brittany.
Thank you.
And now back to you.
Kara, Brittany, thank you so much. And Brittany, keep up that fight, will you? That's a great story there, Kara, sharing with us there. And again, both student sections, rivals all the way through, but coming together tonight to raise money and raise awareness for childhood cancer here tonight.
I think so many of us have had cancer strike our families. Yeah. And I think, you know, as you see cancer, especially strike young children, you just kind of feel for them. Adults are able to process things a little bit better and to, you know, see the student bodies say, okay, we've got a cause here. We want to do something that shows our support, trying to help raise funds, get someday, we hope, the cure for cancer.
14-10, Lancers on top of the Spartans here through one half of play as we lead into our highlight package here tonight, brought to you by the U.S. Army, Army Strong. And both teams through the tunnel here tonight, the Army tunnel, Central and East. And it was Brookfield East and a 38-yard field goal, and then it was Mikulski's touchdown run. Suddenly it was a 10-0 lead, taking advantage of a short field when Central went for it on 4th and short inside the 25-yard line.
I got past that blitzing linebacker into the end zone.
Then the Lancers started to move the football themselves. Big run here, as taking it down was Malik Turner, making several different tackles down to the 2-yard line. And that set up the Spartans, or I should say the Lancers once again at the Spartan 2-yard line. Double Arte calling his own number to pounce it into the end zone.
Nice push up the middle by Henry Ritchie, Michael Horner-Eibler, and Joey Baker, the middle of that Brookfield Central offensive line.
That was the first touchdown, and the second touchdown tonight coming late, the final minute to put them up for the first time tonight as we look at our numbers.
I'm pretty sure that Coach Swiddle wants to see more rushing yards. 57 is not the kind of total he needs to keep the ball out of Central's hands or to put up points.
Only one turnover tonight, and that was the one fumble by Brookfield Central, but penalties on that Lancer side. The hard count early on by T.C. Swiddle drawing them offside.
Yeah, kept that East drive alive, and you can see a balance there of rushing and passing for Brookfield Central. Something that probably Coach Kennedy enjoys seeing. People can't just cue in on the one side of their offense.
Coach Kennedy, his first season here at Brookfield Central tonight. The Lancers on top of the Spartans through one half of play. Teams starting to make their way back out here for pre-warm-up here for our third quarter. And again, Central's going to get the ball to start this third quarter.
And as we talked right before half, it's essential if East wants to get back into the game. They've got to put the stops to them right away. You let Brookfield Central build the momentum, could be in for a long evening.
14-10, Central on top of East. We'll take our final break and be back with the start of the third quarter. This is Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Just about set for our third quarter here tonight from Brookfield East High School. The Spartans trailing the Lancers by a score of 14-10. Well, we want to take this opportunity to thank the great folks at Economy Lift Rental for helping bring these great pictures to you tonight. They have provided the scissor lifts for our cameras again this season, so for any aerial platform need, again, rental, sales, or service, give Mike or Sue a call at Economy Lift Rental or visit them online at economylifts.com, or you can call them 262-650-1882. We talked about Jed Kennedy and his return here to Wisconsin, having been down in Florida coaching, and of course that 2011 Kenosha Bradford team. You're familiar with how that went with Bradford. What a great team for the Kenosha community, winning a state title. I think it was 7-0 was the final score in that state championship game, if I recall. But Jed bringing up several of his coaches from that Bradford team up here to Brook Central, including Jim Camerata. I had a chance to visit with Jim before the ball game. Retired now as a teacher, just strictly making the drive up to coach every day.
He had been the defensive coordinator at Bradford for Jed, and I think actually at one point was the head coach at Bradford, and brought along 3 other of the assistants, and they're up here working with their old boss.
Well, what's intriguing, you go back to that 2011 season, that was a team that gave up just an average of 13 points a game, but that total was going down as the game wore on. Jim Camerata, defensive coordinator, Jed Kennedy, that third quarter defense allowing only 1.8 points in that 14-game run to the state title in 2011.
That's something that Tom Swiddle doesn't want to see repeated here this evening. They need to get some points. I know Coach Swiddle was quite pleased with how his team rebounded last week against Sussex Hamilton after having gotten blown out the week before from Marquette. He saw his team as being very resilient. So now he's going to see where's that resiliency coming into the start of this second half.
Let's head downstairs before we get set for our third quarter. We'll visit with Mike McGivern.
So, boys, Jed Kennedy, just before half, talking to his boys, he said, look, much happier in the second quarter than the first. We're not nearly as physical as we have to be. Now, he didn't say it that nicely. He said it the way Coach Kennedy says things, but we're not going to go there. But he asked them, look, you need to get much more physical in the third and fourth quarter.
Mike, thank you very much. Yeah, that is a trademark. That has been a trademark of Jed Kennedy teams, the physicality and playing on the edge, playing with an edge, whatever you want to call it. But that's been a trademark of his defenses and his teams.
Well, both teams are hard-nosed. I know Coach Kennedy was, especially praiseworthy of Coach Swiddle and how tough his defense has played this year, other than that one game where things kind of fell apart a little bit.
Again, Thursday Night Lights on My24 is available streaming live online. All you have to do is log on to my24milwaukee.com and click on the Thursday Night Lights link. You can also find complete game videos and photos from our season's game. We've had some great ones all season long. This one not disappointing either. A 4-point lead for Brookfield Central here as we get set for the start of our third quarter. And here's part of the walking wounded here for Brookfield East tonight. They've been without a couple of their key players, and the man on the right there, Sam Santiago Lloyd, really a key loss there.
He played quite a bit last year as a freshman, and he got injured in the first game this year. In the first game, by halftime, he already had 180 yards rushing. In addition to that, he was seen as an outstanding linebacker. They lost one of their top linemen with a torn labrum. They lost Kyle Martin, who was their leading receiver, with a broken hand. So but once again, Coach Swittle's not going to use that as excuses. And that idea of the next man up is certainly something that he's bred into his Spartans.
And the Spartans, after tonight, they will head to West Allis Hale next week. Then 2 home games, Tosa East and Menominee Falls, before wrapping up the season at West Allis Central. Meanwhile, for Brookfield Central, they'll be home against West Allis Central, and then road games at Marquette over at Hart Park, and a key matchup with Sussex Hamilton before wrapping up at home against West Allis Hale.
You've got to get to that magic 4-win mark in your conference for the playoffs, and so you're looking to grab that win anytime you can get one.
Central will go right to left here to start our third quarter, leading by 4. Again, a Stemke Award watch list candidate in Connor Allen. Will drop this one 8 yards deep into the end zone and through.
When Connor Allen came out before the start of the second half, he drilled 3 52-yard field goals just warming up. Obviously, one of the things East wants to do is get that ball back, and if they can't score touchdowns, they're going to be happy to chip away 3 points at a time.
Lancers from their own 20-yard line to start our second half. Saw a reverse option. We'll see tight splits here. They'll take MJ Lucas and they'll snap it. And Double Arte, check that, Logan Meyer coming down the near sideline, going to take it all the way in. One man to beat. He will. Touchdown, 80-yard run. Logan Meyer caught Brookfield East sleeping, trying to get set on the defense. Took the direct snap. 80 yards later, 20-10 Central.
This was the second of the 5 trick plays that Coach Kennedy was working on.
Caught him in a shift and then took the direct snap right there.
And he handed it back to Martin. It's all like the fumble-rooski, but they don't put the ball on the ground.
A Kennedy Rooski, I guess
Kennedy
you might want to call that, perhaps. What a call, what a play, and Central with the razzle-dazzle and an extra point upcoming. This one's up and wide right. We can get another look at how they set that play up. It's amazing how they were able to pull that off, and again, caught East kind of shifting around defensively. Let's take a look from behind and see if we've got that look, just to see how that transpired.
He hands it back underneath to number 2.
Yep.
They wait. Everybody thinks the ball is going. They call that play, believe it or not, John, Bradford. They ran it against Bradford, but Bradford was able to stop it because they didn't fool them enough. 3 guys were left standing on the left side. They were able to make the tackle. And so in practice this week, he said, we've got to sell that the ball's going to the right, and then we'll be able to get away with it.
Logan Meyer, 5'9" junior, with the 80-yard touchdown run. And the Lancers have doubled up on the Spartans.
Great work by the film crew getting that shot to
Our great
show
crew
that.
week in and week out. I got to tell you, this crew is fantastic. They go for the onside kick, but covered up immediately. Dominic Cartier. Dom Cartier is 6'5" junior, one of the up men, able to recover.
I think I'd be afraid to play cards with Jed Kennedy.
Either that, or I want to take him to Vegas next time I'm out there, right?
He's rolling the dice. There's no doubt about it.
Let's see if we get one more look here before they snap. Maybe after this snap, we'll take another look at that last 80-yard touchdown run by Riley. Now, T.C. Swiddle handed off Mikulski. Mikulski met at the line of scrimmage and buried there. Good defense, hungry defense that time for Brookfield Central. Able to wrap him up. Let's look at that previous touchdown play, this time from the side to get a better look.
Hands it right through the man's hips. They wait 3 counts and then go upfield.
Outstanding guys in the truck. I'll tell you what, outstanding to show you that. Couple of replays on different angles on that trick play. Beautiful work. 2nd down and 10 from the 48. I'll swing it out here to Klunder. Klunder has some running room. Across the 45 and out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Good pitch that time to Chad Klunder, the senior slot back that time. Run out by Joe DuBois.
Got a nice block out there by number 87, Alex Plasich.
We talked a little bit coming in that a team that's down 2 scores late in this second half might have the disadvantage to try and have to throw the football, but it seems like Sweddle's getting a little bit more comfortable as this game goes, throwing to that slot receiver. Trips to the left side here. Durzon and Menard 1st down at the 42-yard line. Sweddle will keep it, and that's it. Right to the hole, and he is met immediately. Ahmed was right there along with Schneider.
Ahmed explodes through his tackles. Comes right straight up, keeps his head up, clubs through the man, puts him on the ground.
2nd and 10 from the 42. We're early 3rd quarter. 20-10, Brookfield Central. 80-yard Logan Riley touchdown run. First play to start the 3rd quarter. Again, they'll go trips left. Single back is Mikulski. Klunder will come in motion. Husky up the middle as he tried to make his cut, lost his footing. 2nd time tonight. Brookfield East has lost their footing trying to make a cut, otherwise that could have gone for more. Covering him up was Evan Libetro, the free safety. Watch again here as he tried to make his pivot. Feet just came out from under him.
3rd and 3 from the 35.
Gain of 7, 3rd and 3 for the Spartans. Covering an onside kick following the Central touchdown, trying to move this football. Good hard count as Klunder comes back in motion near side. Mikulski again up the middle. Fumble the football, and it's still loose on the ground. They're still diving for it.
Mikulski on the carry. Fumble on the play.
See any signal? Central thinks they have it. No official word yet. They come out with the football, and they do have it. Mikulski coughing it up, and I believe it was Hainan. May have gotten in there. Made the recovery. Let's take a look. That ball got stripped. Might have been Libetro who did the strip.
Better view of it here.
Right there, got the hand right on the football, knocking it away, and looked like one of the Spartan players came up with it, but not quitting on that play was Mateus Hainan, who got blocked out of the play earlier, came back and followed up and came up with the loose ball. So each team with a turnover. Now Central, in that opening play momentum here to start this second half, back on offense. In some confusion, they're going to take a timeout. Weren't quite sure. I think it was Arte, the quarterback, looking for something, didn't see it, and immediately called timeout. Get a look at Jed Kennedy in the middle of his huddle. Tom Sweddle, head coach there on the left side of the huddle there with the glasses, talking to his team. But tell you what, Jed Kennedy comes up with all kinds of trick stuff. He went for it on 4th down inside his own 30-yard line earlier tonight. It's the 80-yard Fumble-Rooski, if you will, a variation of that, and then immediately after the touchdown goes for the onside kick. So let's head downstairs to Kara with a very special interview.
Ladies from Charlie's East Coast Hair Design. Thank you guys for being here. Now, what makes Charlie's different from any other salon?
We're not just ordinary, we're extraordinary.
So we're a full-service family hair salon. We're very passionate about what we do. We have all the ladies here. We're master barbers. We got massages. We do color. We do cuts. We basically do everything. We have tanning. We're just really deep-rooted in this community, and we love our clients, and we love our families, and we're a family ourselves. So this is Cambry.
And also we have a private bridal suite that we go up above and beyond our clients' expectations, and we use it for homecoming parties as well.
So all the ladies watching can go get their hair done for homecoming. That's wonderful. Thank you guys very much for being here tonight. We're happy to have you.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Kara. On second down, Turner with a run, but after the run, little extracurricular work.
After the play was over, personal foul on the defense, number 24, the 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Will Schmidt, who recovered a fumble earlier tonight, being tangled up. Last player shoves, gets the flag, and that's what happened there. And he's getting a very one-sided lecture from his head coach. Losing your composure.
Right, it was going to be a third down, and it was going to be essential to try to get the stop. Now you've given them the first down. They crossed into your side of the field.
So Derzan and Menard first down at the 47 of the Spartans. Early here, third quarter, 20-10. Double Arte still on his feet. Takes it inside the 40 and out down that far sideline. He's one tough kid, I'll tell you what.
If you watch him, very quick feet. He's lined up to get tackled, just kind of quickly dances, dodges that guy, keeps going to the outside.
Head up, aware of where he's headed, looking at that first down stick, looking for the sideline. He'll pick up the first down.
First and 10 from the 36.
Down to the 36-yard line. Gain of 11 on the play. Fake the inside handoff. Double Arte may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
That was that little spinner play we talked about earlier. Turns his back to the defense, keeps the ball himself after faking the handoff on the sweep motion.
Drew Hepperla, the senior linebacker. No gain on the play. Second down, 10 upcoming. Boy, the momentum of this game shifted going all the way back to the final 2 minutes of that first half.
Yeah, when Brookfield East wasn't able to keep that drive alive, it gave Central that chance to get right back into the game.
Quiet here on the home side for Brookfield East. Fans waiting for something to cheer about. Here is a fumble as they try and get it back, and falling on it that time was Maves. Maves with a touchdown already tonight, but problems on that exchange.
I think, too, as the evening goes on, a little bit of dew getting on that field, and that's making it a little slippery. He certainly wishes they would have been able to recover that.
Up a loss of 4, 3rd and 14 from the 40.
Well, Jed's got his bag of tricks. Do we see him reach into it one more time?
They only got 3 left, right? He had 5 working on it in practice this week, so he's burned 2.
Yeah, there's one that's a little special pass to the quarterback.
Arte gonna be sacked. Brought down from behind. Jeff Bickle, 6'2" senior, able to bring him down. Clutch play on third down by the Spartan defense.
Very much, and we'll see whether Coach Kennedy does elect to try to pin them deep into their own territory. The Spartans, they've got this spread punt coverage. They're really wide, and as you go out to try to cover all those men, you've got your 3 personal protectors there in front of the punter. You never know what they might be trying to work on that.
Had too many men out there.
On the defense, be a 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Again, with that spread punt formation, they had 12, 13 guys on the field. Somebody late getting off the field for Brookfield East.
Now you wonder if Coach Kennedy has given his punter permission, if he sees something pop up, to do it. They had a key fake punt run against Menominee Falls, helped set up a score.
Patterson trying to pin them inside the 20. Gets a nice roll inside the 10 and will be touched dead there about the 7-yard line. So mission accomplished as far as Matt Patterson is concerned, getting that punt inside the 10-yard line. That's where Brookfield East will take over. Just under 6 minutes to go here in our third quarter. Well, the most anticipated new show of the season is speeding on to CW18. From the makers of Arrow, don't miss the Flash. Tuesdays at 7, starting October 7th, right here in CW18. Market at the 13. Back there, where hit one of the defenders on the bounce, so that's where Brookfield East will get it. Their own 13-yard line. Again, Klunder in motion. We got movement up front. False. Looks like it might be a false start penalty.
On the offense, number 58. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Drew Rakers, the junior right guard, the guilty party there as we head down to the sideline and Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, the whole time that Brookfield East had that ball, Brook Central had the ball, Brookfield East coaches are telling their defense, look, we're happy, but we're not really happy. You need to control the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of game left, and they talked the entire time about making sure they take care of their business.
The penalty sets them back here, 1st and 15. Mikulski trying to dive over left side. Gets it across the 10, maybe the 11-yard line for a pickup of 3.
You can see how the Brookfield East defense, Brookfield Central defense stays on its feet, slides to where the ball carrier is going, and that front 7 is just as Coach Kennedy advertised, very solid.
2nd and 12. Officially mark it just across the 10-yard line. And Mikulski, the single back. Spread him out with 3 receivers to the near side with Klunder coming back in motion. Swiddle will run the option back to Klunder, trying to get the edge across the 10, gets a block across the 20, spins across the 25, and out near the 30-yard line. Nice run of about 18 yards, maybe 19 on the pickup that time by Klunder.
Yeah, big play for the Brookfield East offense. They needed to get out from under the shadows of the goalpost and get a chance to have some operating room.
18-yard pickup and a first down. Durzan Menard first down here. Evan Liebetrell credited with the tackle. And some room now for the Spartans. First and 10 from the 30. Mikulski breaks a tackle, works it outside to the 40, to midfield.
He's got the
One
speed.
man to beat. Mikulski will take it to the house. Touchdown, Brookfield East. '70-yard run for Mikulski. And Brookfield East back in this one.
Well, Coach Swiddle talked about his team being resilient, and they're showing it here.
1 tackle, 2 tackles, and he bounced it to the outside, and it was just a foot race to the end zone. Last man to beat was Joe DuBois, and Mikulski left him in his wake.
160 pounds, but he is a tough 160 pounds.
Allen for the extra point, up and through. 2017, midway through our third quarter here at East. We got ourselves another barn burner here tonight. 2017, Brook Central on top of Brook East. Our Thursday night lights on My 24. One more look at the 70-yard touchdown run for Mitch Mikulski, the running back, the junior. It's exactly what Coach Tom Swiddle and the Spartans needed there.
Coach Camerata is in the booth next to us. He's not going nuts because I know he saw that they had the right defense. They had him bottled up in the backfield, but Mikulski broke through it.
So drive Patterson back to his own goal line. Makes it to the 20 and stumbles out of bounds short of the 25-yard line.
For Mikulski, that's 11 carries, 126 yards. 2 big bursts for scores. But now the pressure's on the East defense. They've got to make Central get that ball back to them right away.
Dom Lebalarte will lead the offense back out for the Lancers.
1st and 10 from the 24.
Lebalarte wants to throw. Comes up firing, completes to his tight end Michael Hauser. Hauser spilled down near the 45-yard line.
Michael Hauser.
Nice little run that time, little sprint. Run to the right and then find your tight end.
The Brookfield Central offensive line is basically toe-to-toe. They get really compressed. So once those receivers get to the outside, they've got a lot of room left in which to maneuver, even though they're into the sideline.
Gain of 19 and a first down. This is Riley again, or Meyer, I should say, Logan Meyer. It's a couple, maybe 3 before he is dropped down.
Logan Meyer on the carry.
Jake Roy out there, along with Cartier. Set up a second, call it 8 here for Lancers. 3:45 remaining here in our third quarter. East answering with a 70-yard touchdown run by Mikulski. Make it a 3-point game. Lebalarte will keep it. Cross midfield to the 49 of Brookfield East. Brought down again by Jeff Bickle. Bickle's had a nice ball game tonight. 4 tackles tonight for Bickle.
Right, and now here's this key third down. Can they force Central to have to punt? The Spartans have got to find a way to minimize the gain on this third down play.
3rd and 4 from midfield.
3rd and 4 from the 50.
Big hole up the middle. Nice strong run by Maves. Will pick up the first down and more. Derzana and Menard first down all the way to the 34 of Brookfield East. Brought down in the 3rd level by Adam Van Reens.
Once again, you see Matisse Gibson drive in. That's the 3rd big run for Maves at coming at key times.
1st and 10 from the 35.
Officially mark it at the Spartan 35-yard line. Again, Maves bowling his way inside the 30. Good strong run. Broke 2 different tackles that time.
That front up for Brookfield Central, Cravenkamp, Baker, Horner, Eibler, Ritchie, and Koppelman doing a nice job getting a push up the field.
Gain of 8 sets up 2nd and short. Now you're going to running offense. You're just licking your chops here. 2nd and short. Again, they'll go to Maves. Maves again pounds it inside the 25. Close to another Derzana and Menard first down for the Lancers. Cartier in on the stop. And again, what this is doing is melting that clock down. We're in the final 2 minutes here of our third quarter.
1st and 10 from the 25.
And again, Meyer off the handoff from Lebalarte. Penalty flag down. He stopped short of the first down. Logan Meyer on the run. Micah Childs was there.
I think we're going to get the center blocking back and getting a hold on that. They threw that right into the middle of that pile.
Gary Kufal is our referee here tonight. Veteran crew, maybe the most
Holding
experienced.
on the offense, number 67, the 10-yard penalty, first down.
Well, Coach, you were right on that one, Terry Kelly. Michael Horner, Eibler, the center. See if we can pick it up right there. Bottom of that pile had the arms extended and around the back of the jersey. This time they're going to try and throw. They fire it too hot, incomplete. Again, looking for the tight end. Hauser was the intended target, broken up by Van Rens.
Good, hard, solid hit. Knocked that ball free.
Well, I figure out this second and long situation. Saturday mornings from 10 to noon, Wendy's Varsity Blitz High School Coaches Show, presented by your local Pick and Save stores. And they'll be live from the Milwaukee Nary Fall Home and Remodeling Show at State Fair Park. Matt Good, the head coach. Jeff Gabrielson, assistant coach at Tosa West, will join Joe Cook and also Mike McGivern. That's Saturday at 10 on Sports Radio 1250 WSSP. Little hitch, and now being chased by Bickle, gets out of it, and then runs right in to Jake Roy, who will take Double-Arte down. Dom Double-Arte. It's it back to about the 32-yard line. Pickup of about 3. Now 3rd and long here for the Lancers. And the clock ticking down here in this third quarter.
An interesting third down call here by Coach Kennedy. He serves as his own offensive coordinator to see what he thinks is going to be able to shake them free from the front 7 of Brookfield East.
Taking their time in the huddle here. Back judge counting it down. They got to get this snap off. And they're not going to get this one off. I think we can get a delay.
Delay a game on the offense. The 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Too long in the huddle that time. By the time they broke the huddle, the back judge was already counting down the final 5 seconds of the play clock.
It'll be interesting. We had a 2-by-2 formation. Obviously, we said Matthias Hanen is up almost into the line as a blocker. If we see one of these wide receivers come in motion, watch out and see if we get a little reverse action and a pass out to the quarterback.
Maves in a slot here to the near side. They send everybody out. Double-Arte throws it high and incomplete, looking for MJ Lucas. Late penalty marker down too. I think Double-Arte might have been roughed up. Came from the referee. Let's check it out. So it'll be a personal foul, roughing the passer, 15 yards and a first down. Wow. Big break here for Central.
And an equally bad break for East after having gotten a good stop.
That pass thrown high would have brought up 4th and long. No doubt Kennedy would have gone for it. It's going to be a first down. One more look here. Let's see on the finish. Double-Arte. I don't know. Bickle, the guilty party there, but awfully close. You're allowed that 1 count. Awfully close there. Double-Arte going to swing it out. Completes far side. Matthias Hanen with the catch, out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Taken out that time by Mikulski.
After serving in that role as the blocking back all the time, this must seem like being given a prime rib dinner to suddenly get a chance to get that ball.
Gain of 9 on the play. Sets up a 2nd and 1. Inside the 14-yard line. Try the inside play that time. A little inside handoff. Counter. Maves again. He has picked up some valuable yardage here tonight. Again, not much said about him in practice this week. Talking about Turner and Hanen. And we know Turner coming into the game with a slight ankle sprain, trying to nurse his way through that. So they turn to Meyer and Maves here tonight for the big plays. This time it's Maves taking the direct snap. He'll take it inside the 10. Very close to another Durzan and Menard, first down. This will take us through our third quarter here tonight. A drive kept alive by the roughing the passer call here for Brookfield Central. They'll be facing a Derzana Menard 1st and goal when we come back with the start of the 4th quarter. 20-17, Central on top of Brookfield East. Thursday Night Lights on My 24. Three-point Brookfield Central lead here, but they're driving. They've got a 1st and goal inside the 10-yard line to start our 4th quarter. John Weiser, Tarek Kelly, Mike McGivern, and Kara with you from Brookfield East. And again, Maves taking the direct snap inside the 5 and driven back there. Nice open field tackle there by Micah Childs, senior inside linebacker. 10 tackles tonight for Childs. What a night he's had.
That alignment that Brookfield Central gets in is basically an unbalanced line. They've only got 2 linemen to the right of the center. They've got 3 down linemen and then a wide receiver lined up opposite. Now they've switched that up a little bit.
3rd and goal from the 6. And it's coming around the left side is Meyer. Meyer stops short of the goal line, and we've got Levelarte down. Bad sign here for Brook Central.
Yeah, not quite sure what happened on that in terms of he handed that ball off and got himself out of the way.
Let's take another look. Oh, right there.
God.
Coming in was the defender, Cartier, just as he got that ball back into Meyer's hands. He was just planting that foot off the spin.
Ladies and gentlemen, get those 50-50 raffle tickets out. Tonight's 50-50 raffle conducted by the Brookfield East.
So they're looking here at the quarterback, Dom Levelarte.
It looked more like they were treating him for, having a cramp. That's certainly a good sign for all the Brookfield Central's fans.
5, 7, 3, 6.
So Levelarte will at least walking under his own power back to the far sideline as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Guys, athletic director from Brookfield East, Jeremy Martin. Jeremy, thanks a lot for having us out.
Oh, it's great to have you guys out here. This is a great night. Great night for football. Great night for our community as well.
Man, you guys are having a great start of the year. A lot of participants in sports and pretty much anything that you guys offer at Brookfield East.
We have, it's one nice thing about this community is that the engagement of the students and the opportunities that they have. We have just 85% of the student body involved in some way, shape, or form in our building, and it's just awesome to see that kind of support as well from our community.
Hey, last thing, I got a chance to meet your wife, and I got to tell you, I'll kick your coverage, and you need to thank Zach every single day for introducing you to her. Boys, back to you at the booth.
Central denied on 4th and goal, and again, the new quarterback in there. You take maybe another look at that 4th down play. New quarterback in there was Matt Hodges. And fumbled on the exchange, fumble on the carry, and Brookfield East turns away Central. Bickle being helped off the field for the Spartans here. But they get back on offense. Down 3, early 4th quarter. They'll take over at their own 5-yard line. It's twice tonight now. 3 times tonight, I should say, they've stopped Central on downs. Clunder in motion. Swiddle will take it out across the 8-yard line, maybe to the 10. Gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the play by Swiddle, the quarterback.
Good read by Swiddle. His dad, the coach, commented, he was trying to replace Zach D'Amico, his 2-time first-team all-conference quarterback, and he said, TC is able to read as well as Zach, just not quite as fast. I think that adds up to something. He's got a 4.0 student. Obviously got his mom's brains and his dad's speed. So I think some of that kind of balances out, though.
Gain of 5. Again, Clunder in motion on 2nd and 5. They'll give it to Mikulski. Mikulski with some room. Gets it out across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 32. Gain of 21 on the play. One more look. on that quick burst by Mikulski. Ran into his own lineman that time trying to make the cut. John Murphy finally brought him down. But Cartier doubling up here on the, playing both ways here, defensive line, offensive line here in this second half. There's Anna Menard, first down from the 32. And Mikulski across the 35 out to the 36-yard line, gain of about 4. Ahmed there defensively. Mitchell Ahmed, inside linebacker, been all over the field tonight. That's 8 tackles for him tonight.
Starting to see Brookfield East offensive line get some momentum here. John Lehman, the line coach for Brookfield East, going in this spring into the Hall of Fame as an assistant coach. Quite an honor and well-deserved.
Then Mikulski breaks a tackle. Mikulski up the middle. He will take it all the way. 63 yards for the score.
When you go back and watch this play, you're going to see an excellent trap block that sets him up, pops him free.
Runs of 70 and 63 tonight for Mikulski. And East back on top as we get one more look. Watch for that block. Right
58
there.
kicks and 76.
That was Rakers and Caliendo setting that one up. And Connor Allen adds the extra point. And now East up by 4. A 95-yard drive capped off by the 67-yard touchdown run by Mikulski.
You know, when you talk about what makes football such a tremendous sport, you have to work as a team. You can have a great running back without the line, he's nothing, and vice versa. And I think that's one of the things fellas get to see. They have a role in this sport, and when you do your job, your team's going to be successful. A remarkable learning lesson for life.
See all the linemen sitting down. Why don't you give Mikulski a little room on that bench? Let him cool his heels just a little bit. He's been busy here. 67 yards on that touchdown run, and he's a threat every time he touches that football. And here's where you can take advantage of Connor Allen's power as a kicker. Try and boot this one through the end zone. This one will drift off the receiver from the goal line. They'll have to cover it up inside the 10-yard line. That one bounced off the intended deep man that time on the run back. Went right off his shoulder. I want to say that might have been Jordan Meyer who came up with it. Numbers tonight for Mikulski: 13 carries, 152 yards, and a couple of touchdowns.
Having himself quite a night, and came at a needed time for Brookfield East.
That'll boost your yards per carry, huh? So Central pinned back inside their own 10-yard line to start this drive, and clearly the Spartans have regained the momentum here early in this fourth quarter. 9:13 to go, up by 4. Labellarte, I should say, back in there. Dom Labellarte back in there. That's a good sign there for Brooks Central. You remember he went out in that last drive prior to that fourth down play with a leg injury.
Yeah, it did look like a cramp the way they were lifting his leg up and trying to straighten that calf out. So I'm sure they want him in here at this crucial point in the game.
Incomplete. Second down and 10 from just inside their own 10-yard line. Labellarte will hand it off. This is Malik Turner. Out across the 15 to about the 16-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play. Brought down by Will Schmidt. He's had a busy night tonight. Fumble recovery tonight for Schmidt. We'll go along with 5 tackles tonight.
Got third and a long 3 here. This is where Brook East says they have to stiffen up, and where Brook Central says we have to exert our will.
3rd and 17. Labellarte calls his own number, brought down from behind for a loss back at the 15-yard line. Loss of 2. I believe that was Colin Roten, I should say, who got in there, the junior. One more look here. Roten was just able to beat the block by Henry Ritchie that time, the right guard. Just got right around him.
Now more than anything, Brookfield East is telling its defenders, watch the ball. Don't give them an easy first down by jumping offside.
And they'll spread him out on this spread punt formation. Patterson kicking from the goal line. That's a bad kick. Off the side of his foot. Rolls across the 40. The 45 will make it to midfield. Roll dead at the East 49-yard line. 37-yard punt. No return. And so Brookfield East now with 7:42 remaining, up by 4. Chance to go to work on the ground here.
And they want to go to work on the clock. That's another thing they want to do. Not only get down, get another score, they want to eat up that time.
Sweatle going up and down that line, calling out the play. The lineup trips to the right side. Klunder in motion. Kolsky again breaking a tackle into Lancer territory, down to the Brook Central 42-yard line. Gain of 9. Going to be short of the first down. Brought down in the play by Thomas Gibson. You get to the line quickly here, facing a 2nd down and 1. Now, this really opens up your playbook now if you're head coach Tom Swiddle. 2nd and 1 here. Same formation, the lineup trips to the right side. Mikulski the single back. Klunder in motion. Again, Mikulski gets the call, brought down by Ahmed. We'll pick up a Durzon and Menard first down. Well, Charlie Sheen and the boys have moved to a new home. Don't miss 2.5 Men. That's weeknights at 5 and again at 5:30 on Milwaukee's My 24. A good look at Mitchell Ahmed, busy man tonight at linebacker, but a big first down here for Brookfield East. Clock continues to roll, 6:38 to go here in our ball game. Slot left, slot right, Mikulski the single back. And Klunder out of motion from that left slot position. We'll give it to Mikulski. Why not? This time though, Central ready for it, stopping him for no gain. Schneider was there. Inside linebacker, junior. And again, you're in a good spot here. That's 2nd and 9, but if you get that ball inside that 35-yard line, you've got Connor Allen.
Try to get that 7-point lead.
That's exactly right. So this isn't necessarily 4-down territory here. Again, they'll go trips right with Klunder lined up in a slot to the right side. Snap, bounce back to the quarterback. Swiddle covered up by Klunder. Boy, thank goodness for the Brookfield East. He was coming in motion that way, able to fall immediately on that ball after it squirted through the legs of T.C. Swiddle.
It's the 3rd time we've kind of mishandled that direct snap. Throws off that rhythm. Now you've got 3rd and long.
Well, now you got to at least make sure you get this one inside the 35, I would think. Get that down to about the 34-yard line. Set you up with a 4th and short if you can here.
3rd and 15 from the 46.
3rd and 15 here for the Spartans. Kolsky will be wrapped up immediately at the 45-yard line. So they'll bring Connor Allen in, but I believe he will punt here on 4th down, try and pin them inside the 20, which he has done twice already tonight.
Yeah, good tackle by Matt Patterson. Got right by the ankles, held him up.
MJ Lucas will drop back. on the near side. Connor Allen gets this one away, angling to the near side. They'll take it out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Actually pretty good by MJ Lucas that time. It was angling toward that sideline. Didn't want to take the chance of maybe having that roll out at the pylon. So 4:24 to go. We'll take a break. 24-20, Brookfield East on top of their crosstown rivals here on Thursday Night Lights on My 24. I think we know. 4:24 remaining. East up by 4 over Central. The battle for Brookfield tonight out of the Greater Metro Conference. Central from their own 7-yard line. Labalarte looking to throw. Has a man out there trying to run up underneath it and can't. It goes incomplete. Looking for Logan Meyer that time. Down that far sideline as we head downstairs to Mike McGivern.
Hey guys, I'm here with Brittany. You know, these boys on the field are tough. They're not nearly as tough as young Brittany is. You know what, you gave a great speech. I heard a little piece of it. I wish we could hear the whole thing, but I got to tell you, you're awfully impressive.
Thank you so much.
She's my new friend. She's tougher than any boy playing out there. You know that, right?
Yes, thank you.
There you go, boys. Back to you at the booth.
One of the Gold Out organizers tonight, Brittany Schober. Second down, 10 from the 7. Labalarte again throwing it out there. Has a man out there, makes the catch across the 20 and out of bounds short of the 30-yard line, MJ Lucas.
Kind of busted coverage out there by the defense, turning around. I don't know whether he thought he had help over the top covering Lucas, but it...
One more look. He got past the defender out there, Will Schmidt. Kind of circled around, thought he was going to get some help and didn't.
Yeah, he turned his back and just kind of let him go.
So Durzan and Menard, first down, just across the 25-yard line. Labalarte, plenty of time. Looks to throw, and it goes incomplete. Intended for Malik Turner. A little crossing route that time. Again, you're watching that quarterback. That alarm clock was going off. He had plenty of protection, but then it started to cave in around him and waited as long as he could for Turner to try and clear. Second down, 10. Ball at the 28-yard line. Just over 4 minutes to go in our ball game.
Now, we have not seen East try shooting a linebacker to try to disrupt this passing.
Finally get the man here in the near side up to the line of scrimmage. No, he did not. Penalty markers down. Didn't have enough at the line of scrimmage, and Labalarte leveled out there on that far side. Will Schmidt. We'll check out the penalty call here. We could see from the far side one of the receivers waving to his receiving mate over here on the near side to get on the line of scrimmage, and I don't think they had enough guys at the line. I think it's the second time tonight they've been called for that penalty. So we'll take a listen.
Illegal formation on the offense, 5 in the backfield. That penalty is declined. Third down.
Eric Kufel, our referee, calling it just the way we saw it. They didn't have enough on the line.
At this point in time, you'd expect the crowd for Brookfield East to take out those car keys and start shaking them. This is a key play.
Third and 10. Take that 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line. Labalarte. It's his man to go in motion and does.
He's open
with
in the
time,
swing.
open here in the swing. It's tipped incomplete. They converged and a late penalty flag thrown from the back judge. My goodness. Wow.
That'll be one I'm sure Coach Swiddle would like to watch again.
Wow.
Pass interference on the defense, number 14. The 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's 2 questionable calls tonight against the East defense. Let's take one more look. Oh, that's no. Both going for the ball. I think this stage of the game, I think you let that one go. Ball, receiver, defender all got there at the same time. Fumble! Ball's loose. East has it. East comes away with it. The defense forcing their second takeaway tonight. And off the bottom of that pile, might have been, was that Bickle? Bickle with the fumble recovery. Jeff Bickle, the senior. Didn't pull it back. Lebelarte was going to take it back from Jordan Meyer. Never got it back cleanly. And the Spartan defense now, a couple of first downs away from salting away a victory.
I'm sure what Coach Swittle would like to see here is about 4 yards a carry. Just average that and keep that clock running.
On the 42. Swittle, the quarterback, will keep it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Brandon Hughes there defensively for Central. But again, the clock. The enemy here for East trying to work this clock down. 3:15 and counting. Up 4. Trying to take advantage of the Jeff Bickle fumble recovery. Swettle waiting for the back judge to begin counting down the final 5 seconds on the play clock. Gives it off. Mikulski straight ahead, nothing doing. So Mikulski takes it into the middle of that line, and a timeout will be taken here by Brookfield Central. Try and save some of that clock here. We take another look. Ran right into Ahmed.
Another excellent job by Hammond coming up, filling in.
All season, Mike and Kara have had the opportunity to talk with sponsors, coaches, and other guests down on our sidelines, letting you know about the great things going on in the great communities we visit, such as Brookfield tonight. And our sideline reports are being brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
You know, Ahmed now has 10 tackles, performing really well. I mean, you start looking for players of the game. Sometimes we look at offense, but, you know, dependent upon what happens here, Ahmed has certainly been key to helping Central try to thwart all that East is throwing at them. But now East has got to be careful not to get in the mindset you're just trying to run clock. You've got to stay aggressive because you need to get the yards.
Central can only stop the clock one more time. They have one timeout remaining. TC Swittle, junior quarterback. Lineup trips here to the near side. 3 receivers left. Single back is Mikulski. They'll pitch to Mikulski coming down the left side. Gets a block inside the 40 and driven down at the 37-yard line. He stayed in bounds. They'll keep the clock winding here. And Central will take their final timeout. Short of the first down. And Central will burn their third and final timeout here of the half.
Yeah, I think a little too risky to try the field goal here. A little too long, and you don't want to, you know, turn the ball back over to Central from that spot.
They would spot this one. See, it's at the 37-yard line. That'd be from the 44. It'd be a 54-yarder.
Field goal.
Ugh. Some of our fans tonight, a gold out tonight. Both sides, Central fans and the East student body, all raising money for fight against childhood cancer here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to turn this over to the Brookfield East defense to try to keep the Central bottled up.
Again, Allen, an expert here. A Stemke Award watch candidate here. And the Let it bounce, and it'll be touched inside the 15-yard line. Immediately down there to cover that one up. Will Schmidt. And so Central out of timeouts, trailing by 4, has just over 2.5 minutes to move this football. And they need the touchdown. Touchdown to win it. Jed Kennedy has his offense huddled up on the far sideline at the 30-yard line.
Once again, we talk about that bag of tricks that Coach Kennedy's been working on. And, certainly a coach who's had a lot of, great wins.
They'll mark it at the 13. Try and sweep around the far side. This is Meyer. Meyer out across the 25 out to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 14. Clock will stop on the Derzan and Menard. First down, one more look. He will have beat Drew Hepperla that time around the side. Abelarte wants to throw, going over the middle, and it is nearly picked off by Mikulski. What a way to cap off his night if he came away with that one, huh?
Critical. One of the things they have to be a little careful of, Brookfield Central, is trying to run a little bit of a wheel pattern. They've got that inside man coming to the outside up the sideline. I know he threw it to the middle that time. Don't be surprised if we see him throw it out on the wheel man coming up the sideline.
It's Lucas, and I believe it was Gibson out there too, in the same area that pass. Second down, 10 from the 28. Meyer cuts back to the middle, gets bounced around and shoved back. He cut that one back a little too soon, wrapped up by Bickle, who had that huge fumble recovery on that last drive. Bickle on the stop. There, kind of cut back and there was nobody there. Now a third down, 3rd and 7. Abelarte with time, over the middle, caught. Wrestled down near the 40-yard line, gain of 9, and it will be enough for a Derzan and Menard first down. Nice catch by M.J. Lucas in traffic that time.
Key first down, but Brookfield East just has to continue to keep those receivers in front of them. Don't let them get behind.
Will Schmidt on the stop. 1st and 10 Central. Going down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Intended for Logan Meyer. Covered out there by Schmidt.
Yeah, it's been very difficult for Brookfield East to get pressure tonight on the quarterback.
Jed Kennedy on the right there without the headset. First-year head coach at Brookfield Central. 2nd and 10 from their own 40-yard line. Minute 28 to go, out of timeouts. They need to drive the full length, trailing by 4. And in motion is Meyer. Labellarte coming back near side, has a man open, leaping grab inside the 30 and out of bounds. Nice catch by Thomas Gibson, a sophomore, his first reception tonight. And Central into East territory at the Spartan 27-yard line. Great look off that time by Labellarte. Gets him set quickly, empty backfield. Labellarte on the scramble now, being chased, tripped up at the 35-yard line. What a sack by Dominic Cartier. This junior tripping him up. Clock continues to roll here, under a minute remaining. A loss back to the 35-yard line. Able to come off that block nicely. Labellarte again under pressure. Throws it incomplete. Looking on that far side.
Jeff Bickle was able to bring some pressure from the outside that time.
It was Nick Rails the intended receiver, the wide receiver, and quickly now 3rd down and 18 from the 35, 46 seconds to go. Again, Central out of timeouts. Three receivers here to the near side. Levelarte steps up. Now on the scramble. And it'll be brought down, fumbled forward. It goes out of bounds. See where they'll mark it. It crossed the 30-yard line, so at least they get a couple extra yards. It was Bickle again, chasing down Levelarte from behind. Great job by Bickle. Never gave up on that play. Fought off the block by Gravenkamp that time, the left tackle. Now it comes down to this, one play. 4th and 13 from the Spartan 30-yard line. Lancers trail by 4. 3 receivers to the right.
Watch sneaking 32 out into that flat.
Levelarte going for it all, in the air. Caught through his hands and incomplete. Oh my goodness, Thomas Gibson had it broken up. Klunder was back there, may have gotten a hand on it to tip it momentarily. We'll take a look.
Klunder almost made a mistake there by stopping. He didn't continue to get dropped back into that man's face.
He never got it. It was just through the fingertips of Gibson, trying to concentrate over the leap that time by Klunder. And what a victory tonight for Brookfield East. Will gets them back in the conference race.
Well, Coach Kennedy had said there were so many teams in this conference who are just about the same. So this was one of those games he thought he needed to win. Brookfield East knew they had to win.
Victory formation here for the Spartans. They'll take the knee, and that should do it here tonight. Well, Mitch Mikulski, the hero tonight. 3 touchdowns tonight for Brookfield East. Not to mention 6 tackles, a pass defended. Done a great job tonight, leading his team back here in the second half. A 67-yard touchdown run to regain the lead, and East with the victory tonight, 24-20. Coaches will meet through the handshake line. His team now at 2-1 in conference play.
Well, Coach Swiddle's got to be tremendously proud of his team. You know, where they were 2 weeks ago, and now here you are. You're back into the conference race.
Spartans with a victory here tonight, 24-20 over Brookfield Central. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Player of the Game award. We'll talk to the coaching staff of the victorious Brookfield East Spartans tonight. Mike McGivern will have all of that when we come back. 24-20 your final Thursday Night Lights on My 24. What a ball game tonight. It's just as exciting here as hopefully it was at home tonight. 24-20, Brookfield East over Brookfield Central. And again, these teams for the 5th straight year now have gone back and forth. And East getting the final touchdown here late to put this one away, and their defense coming up with a couple of key stops, particularly here the final seconds on 4th down. Spartans a victory, and Mike McGivern downstairs with bunch of happy Spartans.
Hey guys, no doubt our player of the game, number 6, you know what, he had an awfully good game. Mitch, congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. These boys like you a little bit. Alex, you got a couple things to say. Alex Richards?
Oh yeah, I'm Alex Richards with the Brookfield Recruiting Center, and I would like to present Mitch with the high school football player of the game. Thank you.
Well done. So, Coach, I got to tell you, the boys up in the booth might be the best Thursday night game we've ever had. And I got to tell you, when we talked a couple weeks ago, you said, you know, Mike, we're dinged up a little bit. We got a ways to go, but I think we got a chance to be pretty good. You know what, Coach? You're right. You guys are pretty good.
Well, We're the classic, one game at a time, one day at a time, one play at a time, and all we cared about was tonight. And next week we've got a really good Hale team that we're going to concentrate on very soon.
Look, I know that, and that's a little coach speak for me, but I'll take it. But you have to please enjoy this one tonight. You guys, right now, the bragging rights for Brookfield goes to Brookfield East.
Mike, get out of there. Get out of there, Mike. Here's the highlight package of our player of the game, Mitch Mikulski. 19 carries tonight, pair of touchdowns. Here's that big run right there. It's the one up the middle. And Mikulski, here's the 63-yarder that came around the right side, or the 70-yarder, came around the near side, and third quarter finished that one off, taking it to the house. 19 carries, 168 yards. Also had a couple of 6 tackles, couple of passes defended tonight on defense. Our player of the game, Mitch Mikulski, is brought to you all season long by the U.S. Army, Army Strong. 24-20. Spartans over the Lancers. Will take our final break and a final word from Brookfield East right after this on My 24. Maybe the most exciting game in 5 years of Thursday Night Lights played out here tonight. 24-20, East over Brookfield Central.
Well, Mitch Mikulski, 3 touchdowns, key player. Also on defense, had 6 tackles. You're seeing a guy, the two-way player, and he's got a lot to be proud of.
Carried his team here and got them back in here in this second half. Really changed the momentum of this ball game, and they're back in the race now for the Greater Metro Conference title.
Well, here you are at the halfway point, the 5th of a 9-game regular season schedule. Coach Swiddle's got to be happy where he is. I'm sure Coach Kennedy's going to say, okay, we dropped one. Now what we're going to do next week and, try to tighten this conference race up once again.
East goes at Hale next week. Meanwhile, Brookfield Central, recovering from this one here tonight, will go home and face West Allis Central.
And you'd say that obviously Brook Central would probably be favored against West Allis Central, but in the topsy-turvy Metro Conference, you're not sure what's going to play out. So it'll be a key week next week.
What a way to kick off rivalry week here this week in the Greater Metro Conference. An exciting one here tonight, 24-20, East over Central. Next week, we head to the Milwaukee City Conference for a matchup between Milwaukee King and Milwaukee Washington. We'll come to you live from Custer Stadium next Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right here on My 24. Another exciting game in the books here tonight. Our thanks to this outstanding crew bringing all the sights and sounds of Brookfield East here tonight. For Kara and Mike McGivern, for my broadcast partner, Terry Kelly, I'm John Weiser. Thanks for watching tonight. 24-20, Brookfield East over Brookfield Central. See you next Thursday from Custer Stadium. Have a great week, everyone, and thanks for watching Thursday Night Lights on My 24.